against poverty. And finally, poor institutions, right? If you don't have good government, you don't have a good banking system, you don't...
Talk about the area of education, but a magnificent teacher. It's Tony.
In the back over there. So they can help you learn this dance today. So basically all you need to do is just kind of follow me. I'm going to be saying a few things in Luluo, which is the language that they speak in Muhuru-Bay, Kenya. And the whole basics of the moves are, you go like this down here, you bring it up to here, and then you bring it up here, and then it's down, okay? So there's a little bit of clapping, a little bit of down here. But just watch the video, watch me, and watch the Hotchkiss girls over there, and we'll get a little dancing in to wake up today. You ready for this? Okay. See, teachers always have a backup plan. Kenya. So I just want you to think about this. I think education is the most important of the Millennium Goals. Hunger and poverty, yes. But the only way to solve that problem is by educating the youth in a country. So it has been said that educational inequity is the greatest social injustice of our time. Wendy Kopp, who is the founder of Teach for America, actually said that. She's my idol. So think about it. Every problem can be solved that way, and just so you know, in the future, that's the growth effect, a high return investment. So the burden of girls and women in Muhuru Bay, as you can see, is huge. You see women carrying water, buckets of water on their head from Lake Victoria. You see small girls taking care of very, very small children, carrying them around the entire... is here today, the Hotchkiss School, so just a little shout out to them over there in that corner. Construction of a ladies' boarding school and community center. Weiser is huge as an actual facility. Humongous. It's beautiful. It looks like a castle. Weiser Bridge, increasing test scores for secondary school entrance. So I'm not going to talk...
Succeeded in convincing the families. If I ever see this happening again in the future, I will help my daughter to prevent these early marriages.
Increasing globalization means more paid jobs for women. But overall, women have a third less paid jobs than men, often with lower wages. Microcredit schemes have helped poor women earn more and become independent. Here, in China's Lijiang region, businesses started with microcredit have led to improved housing and sanitation.
In the past, when I got back from meetings, my husband just sat down and told me to make dinner. Now that I make a little money, he encourages me to go to the large group meetings. And when I get home, he already made dinner. All I have to do is eat.
I request all of you to please stand up. Now bees, I'm going to challenge you. When I say 1, 2, 3, I'm going to ask you to get the fist open. Are you ready, bees?
Yes. Ready.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Get it open.
And hunger and poverty, you'll stay right in this room, okay? Hunger and poverty will be in this room. If you're going to go to the one on education,
我们有一个女孩曾经在 BBC 做过服务，在奥运会前，我答应到时候给她使个名，让她来做一些采访，给她一些机会。谢谢。啊，我正在拍东西啊，谢谢。
Hi, did I loan you the money this morning? Yeah, it was $2.30. Cafeteria woman, anyone did that. That's all right. I'll give you change. I'll give you change. I'll give you change. I'll give you change. No, that's 50 cents. That's right. I'll give you 50 cents. That's a quarter, right? And now I owe you 10 cents. I owe you 10 cents. Okay? It was peaceful. But I owe you 10 cents. I'll give you 10 cents. Don't worry. Thank you. Okay.
拍点空镜头，到时候做那个连接的。对的，镜头招下手，我们的人，看有谁来。差不多都走了，还有几个。嗨，招手，现在我们招手，我们招手。过了。哎，对着镜头。对，来，他们都不理我。哎，对着镜头，来，对，还有人吗？
想去那边，赶快去那个是干嘛呢？
就走，我让你们对着镜头招下手。等一下你采访一个人，我让你。
我采访一个人。
对，我跟你数。
采访中国人还是外国人？
外国人。
啊，行。说什么呀？
就是那个女的，叫什么名字？就是开始很活泼的那个。
哦 ，Tony，
Tony，
采访他干嘛？
等一下啊，我找他。
Who are being asked to do something for the community in terms of signing and preparing a micro plan. A micro plan is a plan which everybody prepares for their village after they get a certain allocated budget from the government. And then the husband or somebody else will determine what goes into the micro plan. Or the women, who will be one or two in that 10 people in the quorum, the 8 other men will say, well, we don't want to listen to you. I remember doing a training, I'm too scared to even lift my veil here because I don't know how people will behave, And she said, I also want to live with my veil because this is my identity. Because a lot of women's movement will say, oh, remove your veil, do this, that. She said, but I want to enjoy my identity, I want to enjoy my right of culture and my religion, so on and so forth. The reason I want to talk about this story is this woman who was part of the trainings we did. When she came, she was very shaky when she got into the situation which was forced upon her. Political will. The first and the foremost is to really see where is the political will, where is accountability by the government, by the people, towards really saying that women need to take charge. Of course, people argue and say this is positive discrimination. But there has been this huge inequality over centuries, where very rightly so, women need to take active part. Girls need to get out and take active part in societal's development or achievement of human rights. Accountability, you can give reservation. Very nice giving 33% reservation to the women and asking women to come. But if you do not listen and respect what women are saying, what is the point in having that political will? It's very important that any form of political will needs to be matched by equal accountability by the state party, by the community, by the government. And linked to that is also responsibility of community members, religious leaders, and all the other formal and informal leaders to support women and girls in the distribution and sharing of power. An interesting thing she said to me was that, Beta, which is son, it's very nice you're doing these trainings with me, but I do not understand why you are not doing these trainings with other men and boys. She said, we know what our issues are. We've been dealing with our issues. We've been dealing with the fact that our societal development. The sharing of power between men and other privileged women. It's extremely important that what this woman said to me. She said, why aren't you working with men? And it's very nice for me. CEDAW is Convention on Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. Very few. And I would request all of you tonight to ensure that you go back, do a quick, I don't want to do this at last, read what CEDAW is. It's your fundamental convention on elimination of discrimination against women. For us, it's extremely important that we work on women's health. And we've seen it in many cases. I've witnessed, for example, in Nepal where I worked earlier, and many places across the world where a woman who's about to deliver, sometimes things, but you forget to understand what are the needs of women and girls in the emergency kit. Okay? To really exercise and say that, how many of you are working on human rights or health or education?
你要可能这个组织你要帮他介绍。
So I hope you like how. Oh, very nice meeting you.
你需要主持人都走了吗？
Please write training.
声音好一些。
I have a few questions here, but
Okay, I'm just sitting with them, then I can sit with you guys. Anybody else?
I work with Caroline.
他已经介绍了。
On the historical dictation.
Oh, we should have spoken about Sarah. Oh, great. Very nice, and please see the light going. It's not tomorrow, it's today. Remember that. So no more tomorrow for people.
We basically, they're going to be educated. Most people you know a lot of stuff about India. So we
actually doing bachelor's things with the science. I approximately belonging and
I'm here, further around, I might come back tomorrow as well. I'm very inspired by all of you. You guys are fantastic.
this year I like I attend all the
I mean, my most important message to young people will be that young people need to commit themselves to the MDGs, to realize that all the MDGs are interconnected. And for me, having spoken right now on gender equality, it's one MDG which connects to everything else. I really think that the girls in China should continue to really assert their rights and say that, yes, this is what we are doing, and we continue to contribute to our country's development, our community development. I had a very nice question from one of the Chinese boys, I guess. He said, what do boys do and what do men do on gender equality? I think each of us as men and boys need to commit personally and say that we are committed, not only committed, we are also responsible to promote gender equality. As fathers, we must ensure that girls are able to get educated. As husbands, we must ensure that we never violate the rights of my wife, never raise hand, never be abusive towards my own partner. And as a colleague, never do anything in the workplace which is not good. In the sense, we completely turn it around and say we work together in partnership, both as men and boys, as youth in China, towards
like in most of like countries in this world, like women's power is very and so how people suffer like compromise kind of. I mean, like
I've been in societies where men have come to me and said, what are you doing working on these women? Are you a woman? They come to me. We need people to stand up. We need people to stand up, whether men or women, and say that this is not right. We need to go outside the box. And it is not easy. It will be always challenging. It can be frustrating. It can be bringing you down. But what works for me is community support. We have a network. We work with each other. and really provide that sparkling form. That's my call. For me, it's learning and partnerships and networking that keeps us going. And it's really difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, after 15 years, when I started working on villages in India now, I mean, it's still not major has changed, but things have changed. And I'm always an optimist. But keeping very optimism with clear vision of reality. I don't want to be an optimist which goes in a dreamland. And it's like doing these sessions, like you, with all of you. That's what keeps me going.
But do you think kind of religious activation like help them to actually, like religion kind of education?
Religion?
Education, yeah, like art kind of classes, like help them like
education
be educated.
Education is fundamental, non-negotiable. For us at UNICEF, girls' education is fundamental. If girls are not educated, of course boys have to be educated. If girls are not educated, we are really creating an imbalance. And that's the biggest struggle in the MDG3, that we need to work with girls and look at girls' empowerment connected to the region.
You accidentally step on it, it'll smack you. Okay? Just like the cartoons. You'll even see the little stars, okay? So please, 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 when you put these rakes down, make sure that their teeth are pointed down, okay? This is one of the tools that we're going to be using today. This right here is called a locker. It goes open and closes like this. Please, please be careful. One side has a blade and it's sharp. The other side is not. We shouldn't be cutting anything more bigger than our 3 fingers. So you put your 3 fingers together. It will break. It'll break right here. So let's make sure that we use this nicely. Please don't do what I'm doing right now. Don't put your tools up above your head because if someone's behind you, you might poke them with it. Okay? So let's keep our tools below our waist right here. Okay? The other tools that we'll be using today, these are called hand pruners. There's 2 kinds of hand pruners that we have today, and they have this thing called a safety. So if you want to use this tool, you actually have to take the safety off before it will open, okay? When you're done using it, if you put the safety back on, it won't pop back open on you, okay? Please, please, please don't use these on anything that's bigger than your...
Wow. 有蛇吗？这里面？
希望没有。
应该没有吧？
应该没有，可能是。
别把蛇给惊出来了。
看我找到了什么？稍微弄一个。哪一个来的？这个是。主要还是。 拔根吧，你用剪的吧，你用剪的比较好，那个挺沉的，要力气。
不要把人家又弄好东西给弄死了。
你用这个剪很好剪。我把东西拖出来，你去把那个帘子卷起来就可以了。